Hello, I'm Frugal Granny and welcome back to the Frugal Granny channel. I've got a little bit of spare time, so this afternoon I'm going to cook a very quick what passes or might not pass for a chicken biryani. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some rice on to boil. I just use normal run-of-the-mill supermarket basmati rice, and I'm going to tea mug full of rice into my boiling pot with 2 mugs full of water and a bit of salt, and just cook that until it's soft and the water is absorbed. All right. Right, I've been recording for about 5 minutes here and didn't realise that I had not switched the camera on. So basically what I've got in this pot here is a mug full of basmati rice and 2 mugs full of water with a teaspoonful of salt, and I'm bringing that to boil on a high heat. I will then reduce the heat and let it simmer until the rice has absorbed the water. What I've got in this pan here is an onion and a half cut into a large dice. I cut the onion in half once I've peeled it, then cut each half into 3 sections and then 3 sections. I'm just cooking those off till they're nice and soft. The other things I'm going to need for this recipe are some drained plum tomatoes. I would prefer 3 real tomatoes, but I haven't got any, so I'm going to have to just do with that today. I'm going to need a tablespoon or less of minced garlic. I should also have some minced ginger, but I'm out of that, so we're just going to forget the minced ginger for today. I'm going to need a cupful of natural yogurt, about 200 or so grams of cooked boiled potatoes. I've got some leftover peas in there as well because I don't want to waste them. I have got 500 grams of cubed chicken thigh fillets. I've cut that into bite-sized pieces. Let's just turn this heat down. And I've checked it thoroughly for shards of bone, because sometimes you find little shards of bone in the fillets. And I've also got some special Bombay biryani spice mix. I won't be using all of this, I only put it in for taste, as this is incredibly hot and spicy. Right, these are beginning to soften, so I'm just going to put the chicken meat in there now. I'm frying this in sunflower oil. Just get this nice and brown. And while it's browning and the onions continue to soften, I'm just going to find my can opener and get the tomatoes out. I've just got another box of this out of the cupboard because I've realised there's not terribly much spice left in that one. That's really why I keep a backup of everything. Well, things that can be stored. Obviously I haven't got a backup of fresh tomatoes today. So just be very careful with that. So basically that's what it looks like. I'll tell you what's in it. It has salt with chilli, dried plum with pits. Basically that means there might be a plum stone in the spice, and I've caught one before with my teeth, so you have to be careful. Fenugreek seed, dill seed, turmeric, cinnamon, black pepper, cumin, nigella, bay leaf, fennel, large cardamom that's not so large I guess, ginger, garlic, cloves, papaya powder, maltodextrin, citric acid, and an anti-caking agent, silicon dioxide. Sounds like they've got sand in this. I need to check what silicon dioxide is. Right, We're nearly there. Just going to put those in now. Actually, I really should have chopped those potatoes up a bit. Not too late to rescue that. I'm just going to wash my fingers. I'll turn that right down. Okay, garlic paste. And okay, let's see what we can do with these tomatoes. 1, 2, and 3. Just going to chop those up. I'm going to have to do this with this hand, I'm afraid. At this point, the spices are going to go in and the yogurt. There's not very much in there at all. Okay, that may not look like terribly much spice, and I can always adjust it later if it's not hot enough. The thing to remember with these sorts of things is you can put it in, but it's not so easy to take it out. Okay, and then the yogurt. Rinse out the yogurt there. And, just a little bit of salt. Okay, the rice is boiling nicely. Just going to turn that down. Turn the rice down as low as it will go. Let's just turn this up a little bit higher. Get this mixed together and leave this to simmer. I may put a little bit of frozen spinach or coriander in this. Oh golly, looks like we've got a kitty hair. It's a good job you guys aren't coming for dinner. I'm just going to see if I've got any coriander or spinach in the freezer behind me, in my fridge freezer. I should have. 1 minute. No coriander, but I'm just going to put a cube of homemade chicken stock in there as well. I have found some frozen spinach, and I don't know if this is a frugal tip worth remembering, but if you ever see baby spinach or spinach leaves in the reduced section and you think, oh, I'm never going to eat all that at once, just bring it home, put it in a freezer bag, and then you can freeze it and use it straight from the freezer whenever you need to. Right, I'm just going to turn that down and let that simmer till the liquid evaporates, and then hopefully by then the rice will be done. I can see the water in the rice is nearly gone, but not quite. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to wash up. Okay, well, the meat and potato mixture's still simmering away. There's a little bit more liquid to evaporate, but the rice has absorbed all the water now, and I've just left the lid off that to let the final bits of moisture evaporate as steam. I'm quite happy with that. That's worked very well. We'll use what is required in the biryani, and then the rest can either be frozen, or I'll leave some of it in the fridge overnight for my son who might want to make egg fried rice with that tomorrow. You always need day-old cooked rice kept in the fridge for egg fried rice. The meat and potato mix seems to have evaporated nicely and cooked through. The rice is nice and separated and cooked. Still quite warm. So what I'm going to do now is just turn that off and put enough rice in there. Well, you can make your own mind up. I'm just going to start with 4 spoonfuls of rice. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold this together. If you were making a proper biryani, you would layer up the meat and potatoes with the rice in a deep casserole dish and bake it in the oven for a while, so you get the nice crispy bottom. But I don't have time to do that on a regular basis, and my son and I are just quite happy with it stirred in, because I mean, once it's been in the oven, you stir it together anyway. I think the only thing I'm probably going to miss by not putting it in the oven is getting the crunchy rice on the bottom of the casserole dish. Anyway, so there you go. I can't really see the chicken in there, but I promise you there's a whole 500 grams of chicken in there. This would probably feed 4 people. I'm hoping this will last for 2 meals, this evening and tomorrow. So there you go. That's my quick cheats biryani. And as I said, I shall portion up the remaining rice into probably 2 or 3 takeaway boxes. Let that cool, and as soon as it's suitable to go in the fridge, I'll pop the lids on. Actually, I'll pop the lids on straight away, let it cool on the side, and then put that in the fridge. So I think my son's going to get back just as I go off for a shift, so if he wants to eat this before I get back, that's fine. And then I won't be back terribly late this evening, so it'll be okay for me to have this for a sort of later main meal once I get back. So there you go, Cheats chicken and potato biryani. And just so you know, let me just taste it and then tell you if it's hot or not. It's just about right for me. It's got a bit of a kick there. My flavours are going to develop the longer I leave it. And my son can put what he wants into a bowl, microwave that, and then everybody's happy. There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me cook the biryani. My son and I ate most of the biryani the evening I made it. We sat and had a catch up and ate the biryani and watched a movie, and I answered a few of your comments at the same time. I mean, that is crazy multitasking, but that was good fun. I really like answering your comments. It's nice to talk to you all. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the biryani as much as we did. I will have a think about some other things that I can cook for you. I mean, obviously I've got my family coming soon, and there will be some cooking for that. So if I can figure out a way to film that while I'm doing it, I will. Anyway, it's good to talk to you. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye now.